Hey guys, this is Saf WWE 777 here, and today we're going to do a review of WWE the 50 greatest finishing moves in WWE history. This is a 2-disc Blu-ray set. As you can see, that's the front cover there. You got a picture of Shawn Michaels doing the sweet tune music. You got a couple of other montages or pictures there. You got Triple H doing the pedigree on, I think that's Cactus Jack, I'm not too sure. You got Undertaker doing the Tombstone Pile Driver on Mankind. And you got Rey Mysterio doing the 619 on Eddie Guerrero. I think that match is from WrestleMania 21. And you got Stone Cold Steve Austin doing the Stunner on Undertaker. Now, with this set, it includes a 2-hour countdown on the 50 greatest finishing moves in WWE history, and I think the countdown is it's kind of disappointing, to be honest. I think this is a bit of a disappointing release, in my opinion, and I think a lot of fans at the time when this release came out, they said that it was one of the disappointing releases of the year. This was released back in 2012, so they said that the countdown wasn't really anything didn't bring anything new to the table. It's just like a 3-4 minute, or even less than that, about up to 1 to 2 minutes, just showing discussing the wrestler's finishing move, and I think this set is mainly aimed at the casual fan. If a casual fan was buying this set, and then this is an ideal opportunity just to really, if you get into WWE or you're just a casual fan, just to check out the finishing moves from a WWE wrestler. So this was more aimed at the casual fan. I don't think this is aimed at the WWE DVD or Blu-ray collector or a hardcore fan, because it doesn't bring anything new to the table. If you've been a wrestling fan for a long time, all the countdown, the finishes on this countdown, I'm sure you pretty much know what the wrestler's finishing move is, and I think you shouldn't really go, if you're gonna buy this set, you shouldn't really go in expecting the countdown to bring anything new to the table. It's just like a recap, or just showing the wrestler's finishing move, and sometimes a different wrestler discussing the finishing move and how it had an impact, how it had an impact on the other wrestlers. And I think a wrestler's finishing move is a big part of the wrestler. It completes the wrestler in a way, because if a wrestler didn't have a finishing move, there would be no excitement or ending to a match, because it would just drag out the match. So the finishing move is a big part of wrestling, and WWE really didn't showcase what the finishing moves really mean to a wrestler on this set. They had a good opportunity to do this. It was good. It was a good idea, but they kind of failed at it, in my opinion. But like I said, if you're a casual fan going to say, you probably enjoy watching the 50 finishing moves countdown. But other than that, I would say it's a very big disappointment. And some of the finishing moves are quite debatable as well, because obviously this release is a WWE production, so they're going to be kind of biased towards a few certain wrestlers. But if you're a casual fan, they did do a good job on picking out the 50, in their terms, the 50 top 50 finishing moves in WWE history. And basically, yeah, that's just like I explained the countdown. I'll show you the back as well. Pretty much that's the back there. With this set as well, on the discs 1 and 2, or DVD discs 2 and 3, it includes over 5 hours of bonus matches, which I will just go in detail in a bit. And yep, that's the back cover there. Got Edge doing the spear on Miz. You got Ric Flair doing his figure 4, like you got Sergeant Slaughter doing the Cobra something move, his finishing move on Randy Orton, and you got Bret Hart doing his sharpshooter there. And the description on the detail on the Blu-ray is, I will just read now, is they are the 50 greatest finishing moves in WWE history. The controversial 2-disc Blu-ray set counts the most amazing, devastating, and bone-crunching signature moves that has thrilled the WWE universe and transformed superstars into champions. Whether through pulverizing brute force, gravity-defying leaps, or agonizing submission holds twist opponents into human pretzels. These 50 moves serve as the last step to the ultimate goal, victory. Where does your favorite favorite superstars move rank? How does your list compare to ours? And who has the greatest finishing move of all time? The controversial countdown is perfect for the hardcore WWE history buff. Let the debate begin. And I kind of think the description is a bit misleading because it isn't really aimed at the hardcore fan, to be honest. It's more aimed at the, like I said before, it's more aimed at the casual fan. So that's being the back there. Just show you the front there as well. Pretty much you just got the disc there. Pretty much playing artwork. You got Batista doing the spine buster on Kane, and you got again Sergeant Slaughter doing the his finishing move on Randy Orton, I believe. And the back, you got a bit of artwork. You got all the finishing moves in written on the artwork on there on the back. Pretty much. So yeah. Pretty much, yeah, like I said, with the set it includes a couple of matches. Before that, I would point out that the top five finishing moves on this set are number 5 comes at Jake the Snake Roberts, his DDT. Number 4 is the Rock Bottom and People's Elbow. Number 3 is Triple H's Pedigree. And number 2 is Undertaker's Tombstone Power Driver. And the number one greatest finishing move in WWE history is Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Stone Cold Stunner. And with the number 1 choice, I agree with that. I agree with their choice because the Stone Cold Steve Austin Stunner is one of the greatest moves in WWE history. Just the way he used to do that move and the way the opponents would sell that move is just absolutely fantastic. Fantastic move set, fantastic finishing move that Stone Cold Steve Austin had. So yeah, that's the top 5 finishing moves in the countdown. So yeah, as with the set, it includes bonus matches. I think the bonus matches make this set. If you're going to pick up this set, I will get it for the bonus matches because the matches they included in the set are really good. There's a couple of really good gems on this set that haven't released before on any other sets as well. So that gives the added factor that they haven't released some of the matches before on other sets. So if you're going to pick up this set, then get this set for the matches alone, because the matches are really fantastic on this set. A couple of the matches you got on disc 1 are Jake the Snake Roberts versus Ravishing Rick Rude from Madison Square Garden. This is a DDT versus Rude Awakening match. Yeah, from Madison Square Garden in 1988. You got Mr. Perfect versus Texas Tornado from Dayton, Ohio from 1991. This is for the Intercontinental Championship. You got Bret the Hitman Hart versus Bob Backlund for the WWE Championship from Superstars, 30th of July 1994. This is the first time I believe you saw the chicken wing crossface or something. That's Bob Backlund's finishing move. That was the first time we saw that finishing move in that match, and that's an absolutely fantastic match between Bret and Bob Backlund. That's one of the hidden gems that hadn't released before, and I'm glad they released that because that's an absolutely fantastic match. You got a WCW World Tag Team Championship match. You got Kevin Nash, Scott Hall versus the Giant and Lex Luger. This is from Super Brawl V2 from February 1997. You got King of the Ring semi-final match, Mankind versus Jerry the King Lawler from King of the Ring 1997. You got Rob Van Dam versus Too Cold Scorpio from Living Dangerously from 1st of March 1998. And the last match on this one you got is a 4 corners match for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship with special guest referee Randy Savage, Nature Boy Ric Flair versus Diamond Dallas Page versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan and versus Sting. This is from Spring Stampede from 1999. So a really good way to close off the disc 1 in terms of the match. Good match there from the WCW. That hasn't been released before on any other set. This 2 kicks off with Chris Jericho, The Rock versus Kurt Angle and Stone Cold Steve Austin from SmackDown, 15th of November 2001. I believe this was the last episode before Survivor Series 2001, the last SmackDown before Survivor Series 2001, but I might be mistaken. But the ending to this match is absolutely fantastic. Really worth checking that match out just to see the ending. The match throughout was a good match anyway, but the ending is absolutely fantastic. So check that match out. And Rob Van Dam and Bubba Ray Dudley versus Brock Lesnar and Eddie Guerrero from Raw, 3rd of June 2002. I had a no disqualification tag team match. Shawn Michaels and Jeff Hardy versus Chris Jericho and Christian from Raw, 17th of February 2003. This match has been released on Jeff Hardy My Life from My Rules set, I believe, so that's a repeat there, but I don't mind because it's on high definition Blu-ray. It's a good match as well. Shawn Michaels, Jeff Hardy, both similar styles, teaming up. You got The Rock versus Goldberg from Backlash, 27th of April 2003. Now this match hasn't been released anywhere else besides the Backlash 2003 DVD, which is becoming quite rare now because it's obviously over 10 years old now. So if you want to probably check out that pay-per-view, it's going to be pretty much hard to pick up, but if you want to check out the pay-per-view and watch Rock vs Goldberg, get this set as well. It's an upscale Blu-ray as well, so that's a pretty fantastic match to include on set. That was Goldberg's first match in WWE, and The Rock was playing the heel as a Hollywood heel type of. He was playing the character. Yeah, the six-man elimination match: Bubba Ray, Devon and Spike Dudley versus Evolution, Triple H, Nature Boy, Ric Flair and Randy Orton from Raw 2003. The WWE Women's Championship match: Trish Stratus versus Lita. You had a Fatal 4-Way match, elimination match to become the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton versus JBL versus Chris Jericho. And you had a Fatal 4-Way match for the World Heavyweight Championship: Undertaker, Batista, Rey Mysterio and CM Punk. And the last match on the set, in terms of the matches, you had Sheamus, John Cena, Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, Edge and Wade Barrett. Six-pack elimination match for the WWE Championship from Night of Champions 2010. So yeah, that completes the matches on the set. And with this set of Blu-ray, you get exclusive Blu-ray extras, as you do with every WWE Blu-rays. And on top of my head, I believe the Blu-ray extras are, you had a match from SmackDown in February 2009, Triple H and Undertaker versus Edge and Big Show. So that hasn't been released anywhere before, and I think it's a good chance to see Undertaker and Triple H team up against Edge and Big Show. You had a DX and Vince McMahon versus The Legacy from Randy Orton, Teddy DiBiase, Cody Rhodes from Raw in 2009. The six-man tag match, no disqualification match, that I believe that hasn't been released anywhere else. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, the Survivor Series elimination match from Survivor Series 2010. Team Mysterio versus Team Del Rio. Obviously that's available on the Survivor Series 2010 DVD and Blu-ray. But this is a pretty decent match. To be honest, I would have rather them included a different match as a bonus feature. Yeah, and I believe the final Blu-ray exclusive match is CM Punk and R-Truth versus John Cena and Rey Mysterio, with special guest referee Bret the Hitman Hart from Raw in May 2011. So yeah, that finishes off one of the exclusive Blu-ray matches. But yeah, this set has some really good matches. Really enjoyed the matches. Like I said before, you can pick up this set, pick this set up for the matches. Don't go too much in expectation going into the documentary or countdown feature. It's enjoyable for what it is for the casual fan. I don't think it's really aimed at the hardcore fan, but I think this set is pretty decent. Obviously, it's still a disappointing set, but I'll still pick this up just for the matches. And the Blu-ray overall has a better thing here. It presents a bit more better because you have the countdown on disc 1 and a couple of matches on disc 1. Then disc 2 have all the matches and the Blu-ray extras as well. And the Blu-ray extras are really good as well. A couple of rare matches on there as well. So yeah, I'll give this set a 7.5 out of 10. If the countdown was a bit more better and presented the finishing moves into more detail, I would have given this set probably about 8.5. But countdown is pretty disappointing, but it's ideal for the casual fan, and the matches are fantastic as well. So I think 7.5 is a fair score. And yeah, that has been my review of the 50 greatest finishing moves in WWE history, and I hope you enjoyed my review. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Just need one more subscriber for 50 subscribers. And until next time, I'll see you again. And yeah, stay safe.